Hey, everybody. So thanks for stopping by or shopping. Appreciate it. We got the doctor, we got Ed, and we got Papa Shrimp for a time. So that is very cool. Skipper had to go to
It is
bed. He has
very
to
cool.
work in the morning. Um,
What a girl.
I'm retired, so I don't work. So
and I normally have Fridays off, so this is all good. Although I'm not making any money tomorrow, which kind of sucks, but so I'm
I'll
going to
have to
go
see
through
my
the
surgeon.
hellos real quick. Just
Ed, why don't you interrupt Whip?
yeah,
Come
you
on,
should totally.
well,
We
we
got
should
we
all
got.
just interrupt him.
I'm going
Hello,
to wait
Shrimp.
till it really matters.
we got Rack. We got Rack in here
Rack!
first, and then we got Foxy's Fishes and Seville Steve, and just one more fish, Linda
One
Worth,
more fish.
Cecil Mayberry, and the beautiful Kalish, Aquarium Domain, the man, the myth, the legend. And then we've got that dude named John, also
Hi,
known
John.
as Select Pet. So we
There's also a
really
John
doing
named John
this
Fox.
over here, huh? I'll stay as long as the battery holds up. All right. And then we got Cheryl. I should have been highlighting these the whole time. We got Uncle Smiley.
Heck
Hey,
yeah.
Uncle Smiley.
Gina.
Gina,
Gina's
Look,
here.
Gina,
Hi,
I'm wearing
Gina.
Vincent Price is from St. Louis, just like me and Gina.
There you go. We got Cheryl Smith. We got Zenny and Dennis. Hello, hello.
you missed Kalish, even though you put her up.
I told her she was beautiful.
Oh, that's right.
He did. She also saves our butt in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my gosh, I should have gone when she was Fireball. And
Papa Shrimp, have you ever played
Alyssa
Dungeons
followed
and
the
Dragons?
doctor over. Hello, Alyssa. Traffic was heavy leaving Ed's place. May them a few to get here. What?
It might take a few
Traffic?
minutes for people to get here.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. I did not think outside the box very well. I apologize. We got
Rack's my friend.
he is your friend. I try to go over there as much as I can. I'd love to see a specific Neo shrimp color judged. It's a newer one called Ocean Blue. Never heard of it, but I'm sure it's fantastic.
Fantastico.
We
I'll
got
try to find it and I'll share it with everybody.
yeah, just if you can find it, I will post it up here immediately, if not sooner.
Ocean blues or Caradinas. Well,
And it looks like we're
depends.
going through people that are just saying
There's
hi,
two different
ahem.
ones. There's two
Oh,
They
there's
different
two
kind of
ones.
look
There's
different
a
like
ones.
blue
Which
Caradina
one
and
do
bowling.
you
a
like?
Caradina.
Holy, oh, okay, that's not too bad. They're $12.
We got June. June is in the house. Y'all should just recognize my Oscar sister and bow to her glory,
Fullness.
gloryfulness. JM is here, and Cat House, and Xanadu, and we're
Ooh,
at the bottom.
X2. We got an
And it's gonna be
auction, you and I.
what? Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
going to
for
be
baseball.
in the Saturday auction. You'll be there
Yeah, yeah,
too,
yeah.
Whip.
Okay. I sorry. I was thinking fish, and I'm like, what? You guys are a long ways apart. How's that going to
What
work?
auction you're going to on Saturday?
We are doing a baseball auction.
You should be coming too. Yeah, I thought you
No, I'm
volunteered.
not. I'm not part of the auction group.
He's in
Oh,
the
well, that's the
Friday
best
night
part.
online draft.
But I haven't got any notice of the Friday night draft.
It's on your if you go to Yahoo, just go to Yahoo.
Well, he should have.
But
Yeah, he
these are
should have emailed you.
Idiot.
That's not a text or anything like that. It goes through Yahoo.
I know. Goes to Yahoo Mail.
okay. I'm going. just give me a second because I gotta share these to YouTube, or no,
Yep.
to Facebook.
Are we going to continue the shrimp talk that I have no idea what we're talking about?
Hey, just because I'm here doesn't mean we
I'll
have
just
to
keep
talk shrimp.
I'll keep referring to the Papa Shrimp out here.
Yeah,
What do you
it
think
does-
about that, Papa
just
Shrimp?
because I'm here doesn't mean we have to talk shrimp.
I don't see anything yet, Ed. What are you doing over there?
I didn't send. Let me.
I don't see nothing.
Oh, I have hardly any signal.
If anybody is not familiar with Budget Bonsai, that is Rack Cross, and he loves birds and he loves bonsai. And you should go check out both his channels. Budget Bonsai is about exactly what it says, bonsai. And then he also has the Bird Garden, right? Is that the right? Am I remembering the right channel name? The Bird Garden, correct? Yes. Anybody? And he does live streams right from his backyard, so you can check out all the birds that come to multiple feeders that he has out there. And if you do it during the
He's
day,
also an amazing artist.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
he is an amazing artist. And he's now, I didn't realize this until recently, but he makes his own, what do you call the things that you put the
Tomatoes?
bonsai in? No, the thing you put the bonsai in. It's
Pot?
not a plate. It's not a bowl. Maybe it's a bowl.
The pot?
Dish.
Yeah, but anyway, he makes those. You can
Work
buy
container?
those. He'll tell us. 'Cause he's a
Rack
smart-
was number 5 subscriber to Papa Shrimp.
No
back in-
way.
Yeah, back in 2019, when we were at Aquashella, we were sitting down drinking Jello shots with everybody, and he was like, "You only have 4 subs," and he sat me down, started trying to teach me Canva and showing me what to do on my channel, and he was like, "I'm going to go ahead and sub." And by the time I left the table, I had 10 subscribers. Woohoo!
And you've made it all the
Was
way
I
up
one
to
of 'em?
1,500.
Yep.
Was
think
I one of them?
He was Pond Life back then, or
Yep.
River Life. I can't remember which one came first, either River Life or Pond Life.
He's
And
got
then
a
River Life
fantastic.
before he
Yeah,
moved.
that's another thing he's got. Is it's a pond / stream that he had built for him.
Yeah,
by the
River Life.
Aquascape,
That's what it
yeah,
was
yeah.
back then.
So here we are with
That
whatever
one
that
is
is.
Caradina.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
and
out.
then here's the other type. That's the Caradina.
And that's the Neo Caradina.
Nice
I
blue.
couldn't get a close up of these, but these look a lot like are they
They're
called
just
blue
blue
jellies?
Neos. They're just blue, fantasy blue. They're just the way that Vin actually got them to be ocean blue was by selective breeding and getting them to that deep blue color.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so one more fish has a great question that we probably won't surpass
pretty
throughout the day. As what is your favorite monster fish? Doctor, you are first on the list.
I really don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite monster fish.
And let's just we will classify monster, even though it's untrue in my mind. But anything over 12 inches, 12 inches and above.
How about I'm not into fancy colors, but I like the new leucistic South American arowanas.
Oh yeah, baby! I knew you could do me right.
Everybody wants to call them albinos, but they're not because they don't have a red eye.
Right. They're black-eyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed, I know you're not. You could give 2 craps about the big fish, but what would if you had to have one?
I have 4 fish that are over 12 inches long in my fish tanks. And they're in 3 different tanks, which is bizarre. But I would go with the Deltese Beischer as my favorite.
There you go. I knew that
That's
was
my
going to be your
favorite.
answer. I tried to give you one of those, but you said
I know, and
no.
I should have taken it. You gave it away already.
I gave it to Lori.
Well,
And
she's
Papa?
a better mother than me.
I have 0. I don't know anything about any monster fish because I was so traumatized after helping them out at Ohio Fish Rescue that I always look away from anything that's bigger than 20 or 40 gallons.
So you and I are the same guy, only on the other ends of the world.
Yes.
He's traumatized by little fish. It's
Yeah,
really
right.
strange.
I'm like, why do people keep these? They are so boring. What do they do? They don't do anything. They just swim around and do nothing.
I think you have elephant syndrome. Like how elephants are afraid that mice are going to go up their trunks. You're probably afraid that the fish will go up your nose.
That's it. You've got me cured, or at least figure it out. Papa, I just subbed to you.
Awesome.
Zanny says, "Hey, Rack, I complete." Oh, Oinky made it back. Speaking of shrimp, I have a question. Are the whatever that word is?
Pinocchio shrimp.
Pinocchio. Yeah. AKA Rudolph shrimp, red skunk shrimp, whatever. Difficult to keep. Damn, I got a lot of names.
Man. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. If anybody's going to know, it's going to be you.
Well, because it depends on the name. See, that's the thing that's funky about shrimp is because there's really no standard as to what is called what. So, you have mutt shrimp. Mostly what we see are all mutts, and they've been crossbred to get where we are today. And then they come up with a fancy name to be able to market them, like Black King Kongs or,
right.
Ninja shrimp or,
And
Santa Claus crystals.
Some jackwagon, comes in and does something with the same shrimp that you've been buying from that guy over there that they're called something else, but he names them over here something completely different.
Yeah, I'd have to do some looking up because the key thing right here, besides Pinocchio, Rudolph, Red Skunk, is the Graciler rostris. That word. And if that Caridina type is like something that we're familiar with, like the regular old bee shrimp or tiger shrimp, then I could probably tell you whether it's difficult or not, but not knowing what that Graciler rostris is. Yeah, I don't know.
Say that 3 times fast.
I love shrimp.
Let me present it. I found one on the internet.
Ooh.
George, how you doing, George?
Saltwater fish?
Hey, George.
That looks awfully
No,
saltwater.
that's a cleaner shrimp.
That's a saltwater.
Yeah, that
cleaner
looks like
shrimp.
a saltwater. Yeah.
Well, I typed in what she said, or actually, I just did a paste. Well, let's see if there's any others.
Nope. Not at that level.
Let's see what this is.
That's a red Willie.
Yep.
If you look up Caridina, just type in Caridina, it'll give you that Cantanosis or whatever the name is afterwards. That's for all of the scientific shrimp breeders, those are the things that you look for to be able, like knowing the Neocaridina Davidi versus Neocaridina, whatever the other one is.
Oinky
Same
put a
thing.
link in there.
I am at
Okay.
LAX picking up my fish, George says, 27 minutes ago, because I'm already super far behind.
You know what? It would help if I'd go on to YouTube tonight.
Too
I
coolie
should
for
have probably one on
schoolie.
YouTube from my own channel. Too
I'm
coolie.
still awake for once. Hi. Love to see you in here.
Dude,
And
Cooley's one of the
Nathan.
awesomest Canadian people in the world.
She is. And she doesn't even have to be Canadian. She's just flat out one of the coolest people ever. And we got Sleeper
You know
in
what?
here.
You're right. It's just, could really go for some Canadian food.
And
Canadian bacon?
Kalish,
You want some
Kalish
Canadian
knows.
bacon?
Sorry. Go ahead, doctor. I talked
No,
over you.
you want some Canadian bacon or some, what's the cheese curd stuff?
Poutine?
Poutine, yes.
Yeah, I was unaware.
Oh my God, that
Poutine?
is exactly what I wish I had. That is what I want so bad. It's cheese curds with gravy and fries. Oh my God, it's like heaven.
Yummy.
Yeah, yummy.
What is that, Jeremy? Whipped world bonsai vessel. Oh,
Okay,
bonsai
I'm sharing.
vessel. Okay, I got you.
Yes,
I got
vessel.
you. Yeah.
This is the link whip of her shrimp. It almost looks like a ghost shrimp of some sort, or that's also
does.
called maybe a grass shrimp.
No, but that has a long rostrum, the nose. So that's
Yeah,
not
when you
an
said-
antenna, that's its nose, so to speak.
Oh. That looks to me like it's probably related to a ghost shrimp.
Rack is just
Especially
a
because
great
of that
guy
mouth.
all around. I remember meeting him at the first
Aquaticon.
Aquaticon. Thank you. I was struggling with that word. Aquaticon.
I met Rack for the first time at the Aquatic Experience in New York City. The day when Luca was showing me stuff.
I met
Passing
Rack
Wind. Hey, Wendy, what's
a
going
What was that,
long time
2017,
ago when we
2018?
both were doing poison arrow frogs.
Uh-oh, I missed Ness. Where'd Ness go? I totally missed Ness.
No, Loch Ness that's her favorite
Oh, okay.
monster fish. Okay, she was
Gotcha.
making a joke.
Yes.
We're
Because
so
there's
far
a
behind that the jokes aren't coming anymore.
well, but there's also a YouTuber that goes by Ness. So Arapima
Gina, it's crazy good.
are amazing, but shouldn't really be kept. Well,
They get
see,
6 feet long.
I struggle with the whole shouldn't be kept thing. And you're right that 99% of the population probably shouldn't keep it. But like Ohio Fish Rescue has a 58,000 gallon pond.
Yeah, but that's
or
not
pool.
that's not a typical. He's not a
Right,
typical
correct.
aquarist.
But you shouldn't take away their ability to keep them if they can keep them. Like
I
Jeremy
agree.
From Aquarium Domain, he builds enormous tanks. Now he already said that even with his 4,500 gallon tank, he wouldn't put an arowana in there, or not an arowana. He has arowana in there.
Arapaima?
Arapaima, because they just are too damn big. But he might do it in the new one, which I forget how many gallons that is, but he's going to build a brand new tank that's gigantic, and maybe that's the place for them. So we'll see.
But for the
I
most
just
part,
don't think they should be banned. I think they should be.
I don't think they should be banned at all. But I know people who bought baby red-tailed cats.
Yeah,
And the pet store doesn't tell them that these are going to be 3-4 foot long catfish, and they think, oh, that's a pretty little cat.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you one thing. Is it in today's world? In today's world, where everybody has a little pocket computer in their pants, usually, or their purse, or wherever they got it.
Yep.
Is it on the pet store to have to? I mean, they'll give you the basics usually, but isn't it on the consumer? I mean, you see a fish you like, it takes 15 seconds to punch in the name of what the fish is, and it'll tell you it's going to be a 4 foot long 2-foot wide, 100-pound catfish that's going to outgrow your tank inside a year, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't take a rocket science. Look, I am an old man. I'm
They
an old
name it
man with
correctly.
old man skills, and I still know how to Google a freaking fish. I mean,
But they
the
might
kids
not
cheated.
name it. It might not be named correctly.
Correct. And you got the people like myself who ended up with I did get a silver arowana. Yeah, right. I did buy a silver arowana because I looked it up, and the very first article I read said they get about 2 feet long. And I said, I got a 6-foot tank. 2 feet long is pretty good. I can do a 2-foot long fish. I bought it. And then every other article I ever read it's like 4 foot. You know, and I'm like,
And they are
all right.
jumpers too.
And they're jumping. Well, that wasn't an issue,
Yeah.
but yeah, they are jumpers. But if you put them in a too small of a vessel, they will. That's when they eject themselves out of the tank. So anyway, I digress. But I'm just saying, I don't know that any fish should be necessarily banned unless you're in a state where people are being idiots and letting them go because they didn't do their research and they're like, oh, it's too big for what I got, so I'm gonna just let it go.
I'm sharing
but you know, it's on both parties. There's no doubt.
Yes.
You know,
but it's really on the consumer, right? I mean,
we as consumers need to educate ourselves on what the fish will end up being. But a lot of pet stores don't even know, especially kids who are just,
There is that. I mean, I can testify to that. When I did work in a pet store, and I knew a little bit about fish back then, but most of the time they hired people in that were looking for gas money just to get by. Yeah. So they knew literally nothing. So I get that too. You can't, but that's why I put it on the consumer. You cannot go into a pet store thinking that you're going to talk to somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. And we've completely lost Papa Shrimp. He's like, I am out of here.
I'm sharing my Arapaima video from the Tennessee Aquarium.
Oh, you are? I didn't even see that. Thank you.
See nothing. I turned the volume off so it won't get copyrighted.
We need to hear the Jaws theme on those.
Catfish sitting on the box is probably a 2-foot catfish. The box is probably 4x4. I mean, it's a huge.
Was this when we went, or did you take it another time?
This is like from 4 years ago.
Okay.
That catfish just sits on the box every day for like the last decade.
Yeah, because I was gonna say he was there when we went. You and me went like last year.
He is. If you come visit Tennessee, you can meet this catfish. He's bigger now. Now he's about 3 foot.
Gina says porcupine puffer for her. And Christine has come into the house a long time ago because I am running way behind. Hi, Christine. Smiley.
Hola, Christine.
Hola. She's
Wait, go back 2 or 3.
2 or 3. I see Smiley.
No, go up.
Sorry,
on the
passing wind.
Paddlefish. Paddlefish are great fish.
I don't see
They taste just like channel cat.
Yeah, the problem with paddlefish, they're filter feeders. So they can be difficult to keep, but they get really big too.
I don't know that I got that one. I got Oinkies. It says her favorite is her ghost knife, but it's currently little, so it's not technically a large. I got Gina. I got Wendy. Or Zenny saying hi. I got that one. Porcupine puffer for me. I don't see the one you're talking about. Oh, right there's.
Yeah.
Seville Steve.
Yep.
Okay, so paddlefish I haven't seen a great big one.
Mhm.
Ohio Fish Rescue has at least 5 of them in a pond out back. And they are the biggest one is probably 3.5 to 4 feet. They are very cool, but you
Yep.
have to have a pond. That is not a fish you want to keep in an aquarium.
Yep.
Period. I don't care how big of you can have a 3,000 gallon aquarium. That is not something you want to put in an aquarium. You need a huge body of water.
You saw some pretty big ones at the Tennessee Aquarium.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Trying to find a video of them.
Sure, we got a group of 4 men trying to say they know what 12 inches really is. No. You got that confused.
12 centimeters.
We know what it is. What we're trying to do is convince our women what 12 inches really is. Ultimate Angels. Kalish.
Oh, gee, that's a good one there.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Because I saw my first Ultim Angel in person at the Keystone Clash last year, or not even a year ago. And that thing was amazing. I mean, they're way too much money for me to buy like 6 of them. And I know you're supposed to keep them in groups and the whole thing. But that thing, Ed, did you see that one or do you remember that
We
one?
were standing next to each other.
I know, but that doesn't mean you remember it.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
It was huge. It was huge.
Now they didn't move much, but it was in such a small tank because it's at a show. How big of a
it's
tank
an Angel.
would you
They don't
keep
move
those
around
in?
a whole lot anyway, right?
I would, you would need a tall tank. 125, I would say, not really tall enough for those to get, if you have true adult size. Yeah.
What if you have a 4
You need a
foot tall
30-inch tank, right? It's got to be at least 30.
Yeah. 4 foot
Yeah.
tall tank?
My
30.
tank is
Not
4 foot by
right?
no, mine is 4 foot
yours,
by 5 foot
Yeah, but there should be one more dimension there.
by 2 foot.
Okay. That would be and they like flow too. So
Don't have a lot. Well, I guess I do. I have a canister. I got a FX6 on it or FX5, the big one,
would be
whichever the
good.
big one,
Yeah.
biggest.
The 6
Yeah.
is the most recent. The 5 was the old one.
yeah,
So if you bought it recently, it's the 6.
I have 12
Stand up and
12 small ones in a tank right now. So that I don't know if
Oh,
I'm
I'm
going
looking
to
at
keep.
rack.
What you looking?
Fuck. Rack.
There he is. That's the old Raxtaroo. And Cecil says he loves
And-
his common pleco.
There's some of his beautiful koi in his pond.
Yeah. And,
Payar are good. Yep. That's
Papa Shrimp is down looking up big shrimp, big shrimp, big fish, just to contribute into the conversation.
Yeah, that's right.
Saber tooth tetras.
Hey,
You
what
know,
about what is the aquarium? Not the aquarium. Ohio Fish Rescue had some kind of tetra that was like 3 foot long or 2 foot long. And I forget what they
I
called it.
read this awesome book called The Pistol Shrimp, and it's all about pistol shrimp that become like 10 foot long, and they are like man-eating machines.
Did they attack a cruise ship and kill everybody
Not a
on
cruise
board?
ship. Not a cruise ship, but they were hitting all the littler boats out in the Gulf, knocking them out.
Maybe Papa Shrimp should get some pistol shrimp.
Pistol.
I want to get some sexy shrimp.
Sexy. Wow, Kalish, I may need some. I guess I must have missed what Kalish had to say.
The
Oh my
Altons.
gosh.
Oh yeah. She's the
Your
one that
local
said the
Austin's here.
No way. He
In
never
LA.
comes into my
Right.
streams. I'm not believing it till I get there.
Okay.
You'll get there in
Maybe
20
he'll be
minutes.
gone by then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Probably go to sleep waiting for his name.
I got to get through all the hellos. And there's Gina again. Hi, Gina.
Oh, X2, I'll text you tomorrow to see if you got the email.
He says that every week.
Hear it? And Xenu
Well,
says,
I've sent a lot of emails to him.
I have some rainbows that are almost 4 inches.
3 Ricos behind.
Yeah, I get terrible at this. I am not good.
That's
Oh, what's-
Pinocchio shrimp that we talked about 20 minutes
Okay,
ago.
that was like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to put her thing up.
Google the scientific name. It's a long-nosed shrimp.
Wow, yeah, that was 3
All right,
Ricos ago.
we're gonna skip ahead. If I skip you, Bootsy. Haven't seen Bootsy in
Oh,
one of
look.
my streams in a long time either.
Yes, Rack,
It might
I
be the
did
first
read that
time
book.
ever.
You are a great person. Select Pet. You are a great person. Just I want to make sure that John sees that. And Bootsy says, I got some of those shrimp at Fishtoberfest.
Fishtoberfest.
Have you
That's
gone
the-
there?
Oh man.
I've spoken
She
at
lives
it
there.
3 times.
Oh, yeah, you
in a
spoke
row-
there.
3 times in a row, 3 years in a row. Yeah. And
It's impossible to see, though.
my wife and I, or she is one of the organizers this year for the 2025 Fishtoberfest.
Nice.
Awesome.
You
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 were
had
very close before, right? I mean, proximity-wise.
Well, it's in Portland, and so we were in California though. Yes, I am, Kalish.
Oh, now
Cat house.
He's
I'm
answering
driving
questions I haven't got to yet. Hey, J Rock. Love to see you come in. We've
Rock.
got Bootsy and Gina. What? Maybe a question. I
Now, is
hang my
J-Rock
head
from
in
Canada,
shame. I've
or is
never
it just-
been to Buc-ee's. Oh no, that's
And
we've covered that.
Kalish, I think I'm bringing a small electric eel for the auction.
Kalish, ignore that till I get to the question. Oh, Papa Shriek is over here.
Sleeper
Oh, be
barbecue's
right
here.
back, getting some coffee. That was like an hour ago. He's already drank that.
He's
cup.
gone with his
go again.
coffee.
No, I already spilled it all over the floor. Had to go change my pants, cleaned it up off of the bottom. You missed all of that.
Back to what Heather was talking about. Yeah, there's got to be.
JNN Aquatics is here.
Hi, JNN. I used to know your name.
Jay.
Not Jesse.
Jeremy.
It's Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to vet it, right? I mean, it can't be that freaking hard to vet whether or not you are a person that can house a fish. I mean, I know people can lie. I know people can lie.
And
But-
also, don't buy a little big, like a fish that's going to grow and say you'll get a big tank when it gets there.
It never works out for you.
Because-
I can promise you.
Well, yeah, what's going to happen is you're going to buy other fish and they're going to have to go in that tank, or you're not going to have enough money to buy your giant tank when it comes to that time. It's just always bad news. So
Yeah, it's
buy the
always
fish
bad.
according to the tank you have now.
Yep. 100% agree with you, Mr. Ed. And Alyssa says gars are awesome too for those that can keep them. Correct. It's not like you should go out and buy an alligator gar because you have a 210-gallon aquarium. Because I can tell you right now that fish is going to be bigger than your 210-gallon 6-foot tank eventually. And the people
I'd love
who
to get
say-
needle nose gars.
The people who say that fish grow to the size of their aquarium are freaking idiots. Because I mean, if you were to throw a baby into a 2x2 glass aquarium and expect it to stop growing just because it's in that aquarium, genetics are genetics. They're going to keep growing to whatever. And if they can't, then that's when they become deformed.
Just for the record, I don't throw babies.
You
I
well,
don't throw them in aquariums.
I
don't
have
touch 'em.
done both. Did you hear that OFR lost their? Yes, they it ate a. From what they said, basically it ate a one of their plecostomus and it choked, which is very unfortunate. I promote how massive these fish get when I sell them. There you go. See, now I don't know if everybody knows who One Fish is, but he's got like 200 tanks and he's selling them out of his barn. And it's good to hear that at least somebody is letting people know that, look, these things aren't going to stay 3 inches their whole life. They're going to get gigantic. Just like it.
And I'm for everybody being able to get whatever they want.
Me too. If you can prove that,
Just don't-
or you just need to be able
But-
to do it.
If you're caught putting the fish in the wild, you should have your thumb removed.
Or something. Go to jail.
Every time they see a fish get put into the wild that doesn't belong there, knock a digit off.
Cat House says, my point was everybody has their own computer and they can look it up themselves. Cat House is like, yeah, but it's the pet store, local fish store, because people are dumb and lazy. Well, you're not wrong there, but everybody has.
You should be paying for a service.
I mean, everybody, almost, if you have enough money to buy a fish tank, I'm guessing you have a phone.
Like, remember that fish store I took you to in Chattanooga that was the nice one?
Yes.
They lie to everybody and say the fish are much small. They won't get as big. So they literally lie about their fish.
Yes. And not that I'm calling one more a liar, but
Oh no, one more was being honest.
What gar stays small? I mean, what do you consider small? Like 3 foot, 4 foot? What do you call them as small? I don't know what the smallest species of gar is personally, because I've never even attempted to keep one. But I believe even the little one that I've looked at was 2 foot long, right?
Oh, I've seen needle nose gars. You can buy them when they're like 3 inches.
Yeah, but they're not going to stay 3 inches.
No, well,
Yeah.
I thought he said he's only seen them as small. I thought he was saying the smallest he's ever
No,
seen.
he's saying that some only grow so big, like, and I don't know what the smallest version is.
For true gars,
Instead of
no,
getting
they're all big.
gar, just get a half beak and pretend like it's a gar.
There's a fish in Peru that they call a gar, but it's not a gar, and it stays 6 inches.
But it's not a true gar.
No, it's not a true gar. Yeah.
Couldn't you say that half beaks look kind of like gars when they're young?
A little bit.
Yeah. They don't have as massive as a gar.
And they're live bearers, so that's even cooler. Put them in with a bunch of guppy grass, and the babies will stay in the guppy grass, and then when they get old enough, they'll get out and they won't get eaten.
One of my local fish
parents
stores
will back
put
their bodies into it.
Signal blocker on the store, so
in their stores.
In their stores. Sorry. That is crazy.
Why wouldn't they?
You know what?
Wonder-
Don't buy from
Their
them.
prices.
Well, they don't want people to compare prices, is what he said.
Yeah, but why? Why wouldn't they want to? Is that because they're trying to cheat their customers?
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And then
Now, I wouldn't mind paying extra for fish or shrimp or anything if there was a reason to do so, like the plants are already transitioned and flowering, and the shrimp are the highest quality bred in our waters, haven't been imported for several years, stuff like that, my money would be paid for something, I would do it. But I'm still comparing prices. That's wrong.
the American way.
That's Bush League is what that is. They're scared that somebody's going to put them out of business, and they're, you know what? They should go out of business is what should happen.
Yeah.
What you should do is go to an honest fish store like J&N Aquatics in Paducah, Kentucky, because they'll treat you right and sell you fish for a good price, and they're healthy, and they'll let you videotape it.
We're no near Paducah, Wisconsin. Or
yeah, some of us are a long ways from there. So
sometimes you gotta get a air flight.
Alyssa says people need to read up on the fish before they get them. Exactly. Yep. And that's what drives me crazy about people who come on to these live streams like this one and say, I have a 29-gallon tank. What can I put in there? Well, you probably should have figured that out before you got the tank.
Well, maybe they got the tank for free.
Figure out what you like.
Maybe they won it in a raffle.
How many guppies can I put in there? Well, you can put in 100 if you want,
That's what I just told Lisa on Lisa Hudson from KG Tropicals. She just had a video out the other day. I said, you can do anything you want, really. I mean, within reason. You don't want to put an arapaima in a 6-foot tank. But if you want to put 35 goldfish in a 40-gallon breeder, you can do it, I suppose. But you're going to be doing huge water changes every single day, multiple times a day, if you're going to do something stupid like that. So it depends on how much work you want to put into what you're doing. It's like trying to buy if you love Great Danes, but you live in an apartment, I mean, you can do it. You're just going to have to work twice as hard as the other guy, or 3 times.
J&N Aquatics Fish Store in Paducah, Kentucky said that spring is right around the corner and shipping will be available.
Woohoo! So this one was directed right towards me, and Rex says I would. Nope, that's not what he said. He said, I think the shop being motivated to profit. I can read. Really?
Sure.
I think the shop being motivated to profit may be encouraged to give self-serving information. Absolutely. That's the problem. That's the problem. They want to make the sale. And hey, Christine agreed with me. I don't know what I said, but she agreed.
Never.
Monkey had
I would never own a common pleco again. Yeah, Oinky, you don't have the tank for it, right? I mean, what's your biggest tank? 125, I think.
She just likes fancy guys like me.
But she had the for a while there. I remember her saying this either in prime time or somewhere.
Old Nugget,
where she had the convict / pleco combination going on. Yeah, you can do it, but you need a lot of water to get it done right. What did Bootsy say here? I bought a betta. A betta? What are we talking about?
You better be right about that.
And had to tell the cashier that I'll keep him alone in the tank size before she rang it up. The first fish was from Petco. They sold me, it was a common pleco for a 5-gallon. So
she thought she was getting a betta, but she got
no. She's just saying that they have evolved. They've evolved a little bit. Where And
Oh.
originally they had sold her a common pleco for a 5-gallon, but now they're actually asking her, "What are you going to do with this betta?"
I thought it was she just really likes ugly fish, so she thought she would go with a betta that looked like a pleco.
Betta are not ugly. And Bootsy has a sailfin. That's a fish that I actually want. I want an albino sailfin.
You know what you could do with a 29-gallon tank?
Alyssa
You
has
could go
a
to the
Oaxaca.
swap tomorrow where Papa Shrimp's going to be, buy some of his hoe moss and some of what type of shrimps are you going to be selling with that hoe moss?
Well,
Which kind of shrimp?
any of them.
Carbon shrimp?
No,
Did you
I
say carbon shrimp?
Really? Carbon reelies or?
carbon reelies. Yeah, I have carbon reelies. I'm probably selling a few of those. I have blue neos, green neos, red pintos, PRLs, PBLs, and black
ECs.
galaxies.
Are these types of
URXs.
arowana? What are we talking about?
Those are all, yeah, different, Platinum Bubba, Green Hulk, Bruce Banner.
During our break,
Do
I
you have
went
to buy a
to,
table?
What's that?
Sorry, go.
during our
first.
break, I went to Papa Shrimp's Facebook page and said on one of his posts, I said, I want some of your shrimp and hookers.
Oh, hooker. Did I just say ho?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
just say
said
whole much.
I'm sorry, I meant hooker. I meant hooker.
We all understood that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we all understood.
Okay. Well, that's what I want too.
Yeah, that
And if
hooker
I
box.
lived in Texas, I'd be there. How much does a table cost?
At this show, it was $100.
Okay.
That's not
So
bad.
you're going to have to, how much does a bag of shrimp normally cost you or sell for?
Yeah.
Average $20, $25.
So I hope he sells at least 4 bags of shrimp.
You know what? What's
That's
kind
the
of
goal.
funny? What's kind of funny is I'm going to be there with more moss and plants than bags of fish and shrimp, just because I know I have probably the most abundant supply of hooker moss in North Texas right now. So,
How much does a bag of hooker moss cost?
small one is $10, a big one's 20.
Do you
All
ship?
depends what kind of experience you
Oh.
want it.
I want a
You
dime
ship?
bag.
Do you ship? Do you ship?
Yes,
Do you ship? Yes. You do?
yes.
There you go, Dr. Anthony.
I know.
Yeah,
I
because
know. I'm going to order some of this too.
I had to wait though for all of these stupid polar vortex storms to get past because I was not going to ship anything through all of that.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. So, Gina, I do my best to vet and educate customers on what fish are appropriate for their tanks. She works at a pet store, just so everybody knows. I don't remember which one, if it's PetSmart or Petco or an independent.
Well,
Where
she
you
used to
going?
work at
Come
Petco.
back. You can't leave
She used to
now.
work
I
at
was in the middle of something.
Petco. Then I think she went from Petco to my favorite, well, not my favorite, but to a fish store I used to go to in Fairview Heights, not in Fairview Heights, in St. Charles. Or no,
There
maybe
you
she
go.
went the other way around. She went from Fairview Heights. Nope, not Fair. Forget Fairview Heights. St. Charles to Petco.
Yes, she's
Are
at
you
And
the
she
Petco.
said,
Petco
I
at
will
St.
fight
Peter's?
the fight as much as I can, but I can't help people lying. Yes, correct. So I'll
Gina,
tell
are
you a
you in
little
St.
story.
Peter's?
It has nothing to do with fish, but I'll tell you a little story. When I was a young man, once, and
You
I
remember
worked
back
at a
then?
pet store that sold everything. You know, it wasn't just pets. It wasn't just fish. It was dogs and cats and gerbils and the whole gamut, right? And the woman came in, and I sold her a golden, nope, an
Retriever?
Irish setter. I sold her an Irish setter, and I don't think three or 4 weeks probably went by, And she came in with a sob story about how she had her Irish setter had gotten away from her and got run over by a truck.
Oh.
And of course, I felt bad for her, and I sold her another one. She wanted to replace it, right away. So I sold her another one. And that dog got run over by a vehicle. And she came in a third time, and when I'm like, "What is happening?" And she told me she did not believe in leashes, that no dog should be on a leash. And I'm like, "Do you let your kids play out by the road? I mean, what are you doing?" So she tried to buy a third Irish setter that we had, and I wouldn't sell it to her. And she went to the manager, and she got me in a little bit of trouble. But I told her, no, I'm not selling you another dog that you can, put in the middle of the road to get run over. I'm not doing it. So I made her go somewhere else to buy one. But yeah, I totally get you, Gina. There's only so much you can do when you're working at a place like that. I mean, it was a chain pet store called, what was the name of that place?
Chicagoland Pets?
No, it was, God dang it. It was a fairly large one that went out of
Fishland?
business.
Petland.
It'll
Pet
come to
Plus?
me later. When I'm not thinking about it, it'll come right to me.
Puppy World.
With some perks.
Puppy World. Yeah, that's it.
No, there was a fish store near me when I was growing up that's called Puppy World. And they first is a full line pet store with puppies and everything. Then they just went to fish, but they never changed their name. It was always Puppy World.
Hilarious.
That's hysterical. Yeah. And Dennis, you'll be disappointed, but love that decision if you ever do it. Because you can't see it because everything's off now. But right here, I have a ghost knife in that tank right here. And it is one of the coolest fish I have. And I see it once every 3 or 4 months. That is the biggest issue I have with it. It just does not come out. It's I can see its tail sometimes. I can see its head sometimes. Once in a while, it comes out and eats, while I'm watching. But most of the time, I have no idea if it's even in there still. How many Ricos am I behind now?
Mm.
I have no idea.
Adele's here. Hey,
I
Adele.
lost
He
track.
left already.
She's been here. She's gone. She started her own stream. She ran her stream, and now she's ended it.
So Mick,
I am getting a
updated
Right,
different
gone to
species
bed.
of knife
video.
fish, a gold line knife fish. I don't even know what that is, but we'll see. If you post it, I might buy it. I want a paddlefish so bad. Good on the cashier. Yep, right-o. And budget bonsai, Mr. Rack likes koi.
Oh.
I as well like koi. I don't know how you three are, but I am not a koi snob. And I actually like the butterfly better than the traditional. And I know that's wrong and everything and whatever, but I do love the big flowing fins on the butterfly. J&N, there's J&N. I finally got to him at 10:30. Oh my God, that's a half an hour ago. Good Lord Almighty. Speaking of joys, this is the 50th. Yeah. I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm sorry, folks. If you had something good, oh wait, there's Bootsy. I can't skip Bootsy. I lied though. I put him in with the Plico, and I've had 3 different betas with him. And my eyes are going bad.
And they all leave each other
they,
alone.
They leave each
Hey,
other
Ross.
alone. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm totally skipping ahead. I apologize, people. If you had something cool to say or funny, say it again. I'm going to go down here
I
to
think that-
Passing Wind, who wrote a book
I've said,
and says
okay.
it was an ancient Roman merchants who wanted their oysters. Oh, I don't even know what he's talking about.
What the best
Windy.
fish to put in with a betta is a black neon tetra. Several, like 5 or 6 black neon tetras, because he'll chase them and he'll never catch them, and they chase each other and they don't hurt each other.
That's
They're
nice.
good. They're great fish to go with bettas.
Just, I'm going to give a few heads up. I got GRB, who I don't remember being in here. I got Mickham, and Stephen P has made his way in, and CC. CC's very cool. I've grown to appreciate her content. She's been struggling lately with where to stream. Oh, and Nathan, who I did see earlier, but I failed to acknowledge. I apologize for that, Nathan. You know I love you. I think you're behind. Yes, I was. And Bonsai says, my first job was at a local fish store circa 1976. Dude, man, that's old. We sold one TFH paperback book. TFH. Anybody?
Tropical fish hobbyist.
Ah, there you go. On aquariums, if fish were on the wholesale list,
Seagrass Farms.
It was okay to sell to anyone with a 10-gallon. We're doing better. Yeah. I bet it back then a 10-gallon was gigantic.
It was. When I got my 55, I thought it was the biggest fish tank I could get. I mean, it was just a monster to me.
Yeah, I got a 55 for my 16th birthday, about a month late because
Kalish.
everybody forgot my
so
birthday because I had a niece that was born on my 16th birthday. So that's why they got me a 55-gallon, because they felt bad for me.
I had
got
a
a
90.
55 for graduating high school. So I was about the same age.
I got a 90 out of the blue. We were trying to sell our house, actually. I was still living at home with mom and dad, and I had like 37 10s and 20s, with various either fish or rodents or whatever in them. And so somebody who came to look at our house saw my bedroom and saw all that stuff in there, and he goes, hey, man, if you're looking for a fish tank, I got a 90-gallon. And when you're dealing with 10s and 20s and somebody says they got a 90, I'm like, oh. Now I'm like, I got 3 90s in here. And one of them's not even set up.
I don't even have a 90.
It's just crazy. It's amazing, how things are as your hobby progresses. Mickham, the footage was very nice. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it was.
He posted a video today. His first
Oh,
video.
nice. Oh my God. Well, let me put a link up for everybody. Just a minute. Let me get to it.
Yeah, go ahead. And then Ross. Hi, Ross. How do people feel about whatever that word is?
I'll let you try.
No, that's not what it says. Ama Titlania Nano Lutea
Well, it's not bad.
is the first fish worth breeding. I think it's pretty. Say that fast 3 times, though. Ama Titlania Nana Lutea. Can't you just use the common name? Please, for the love of God, use the common name. I have no idea what that fish is. It could be an Oscar for all I know. Mickham says, Stephen P., I was thinking I will not have time to answer every comment, so I did not agree on any comments. I did not agree on any comments?
On his video, he posted it not to have people commented on.
Dude, you can't do that. You gotta have interaction.
Yeah, that'll help people them push it.
Kayla says, roll perception. That's a D&D reference for anybody who's not paying attention.
We're here at his channel.
Zenny left
sharing
me.
it.
Zenny! Zenny! You can't leave.
You want to go to his channel? Whip?
What?
Go to Mickham's channel.
Oh, there's Zenny. There's Mickham's channel right there.
Look,
I got it.
He's got 40 subs and 1 video. And look, I'm going to be
number 41.
I just subbed. So now he's got 41 subs, even though it didn't say it. And I'm going to ring his bell.
Hey, ring that bell.
Ring,
so now,
ring your bell.
And we've
never
got
sing again, Doctor.
a whole bunch of people here. We
stick
all
to
should
your-
go to his
stick in your
channel
lane.
and sub to him.
I'm going to.
Don't want to click it, but
Holy shit, Adele is streaming while I'm streaming. That's mean.
I posted a song today, my first attempt at singing, and I posted it on my other channel. I put a little post on it on Papa Shrimp channel, but I'm I don't know. I think I did okay for being a drummer and my first attempt at singing.
I see Night Ranger. You could do better.
Is it on your channel?
I put it, yeah, on the community posts. I put the link to it.
Okay, is that in here or on your channel?
Yeah, on Papa Shrimp.
No, you got to do it here. And then I can click on it, and then it will be available for all to see.
Oh,
It's all right. I got it. Take me just a second.
Peter Chris.
And let me hit share percent. Share.
Yellow Comic. That's the new one. I would like to get a hold of some of those. I don't know what.
Okay, you can share, or I'm sharing.
I don't know what Rack is referring to with Beth, but you can never go wrong.
Peter
with
Chris
Beth.
is the drummer, and he sings.
Yeah, yeah.
Beth.
Oh, yeah. Peter Chris. Yeah. I went
Now,
Loverboy.
Mickham's
And I
got
could
to
have
add
gone.
this to his page.
Yeah, if you go to the posts,
Posts. I am.
yep.
And I have got the sound off so nobody can hear it, so we don't get copyrighted. But you can maybe see a little bit.
I'm not monetized, so you're fine. Let me undo.
Do you want me to see if the
Nathan here.
volume will come on? I don't know if the volume.
Yeah,
You know
hit
what? We
it.
can't see Papa Shrimp's mouth opening.
No, it's just that. I'm not actually like making a video singing with the mic.
There it goes.
Hey, baby steps, man.
Yeah, you had it. You had it, Ed.
I am me. I am free. I am everything that you ever wanted me to be. I am. I am. I am. I am.
I am not.
I am. I am everything that you ever wanted me to be. I am. I am breathing dreams they cannot see. I am. I am all the things they did I wish. I am. I am. I am. I am. I am me.
That's basically it. It is.
You want me to?
I repeat.
He is.
Well, I couldn't hear it because of the sound going through and back and forth through my
Yeah.
two things.
Oh,
So
I
I
heard
was
it.
hearing double version.
Oh,
Well, I could hear it, but it was coming in two different. Like it wasn't like this; it was like this. So I was
Yeah.
hearing it. But I'll go
Wendy-
listen to. I am going to listen to it later.
yeah, for sure.
I am.
I am. I
like all
got
that.
it, Ed.
But I give you a thumbs up.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God, your name's on here.
Yep. Jerry rigged
Listen to that
music.
again.
That's awesome.
Haha, I tried to be a drummer back in the day. Whip, you can hook up a computer to the large screen TVs so you can read chat better. Yeah, right? That's what I need because it's just freaking small. And I know Steven told me how to do it, but it was like Control Plus or something.
Yeah,
I
Control
forget.
Plus, and it makes the chat box go bigger so you can have old people
Let
font.
me try that because this sucks. I can barely see out of my right eye, and
I got
I'm blind
tired
in
of
my
people
left.
always seeing my forehead. Oh, okay. You know,
Control.
so you use the old people font.
I don't know. Oh yeah, there.
Kind of like
There.
having a
Ah,
jitterbug.
there we. Ah, that's better.
That's
You
better.
remember those phones,
That's
the jitterbugs?
The jitterbugs.
Old people phones with numbers this big.
I'm gonna go with the potential mass production fish. I'll go with the Biotope and Bacardi. Oh, but the Bacardi aren't you? If you're gonna do that, do the yellowtail because they are just a tiny bit more desirable. No matter what, they are beautiful large fish. Now I don't know what to do. I can see nothing but words. It's amazing. I've always wanted to be a drummer. I've never wanted to be a drummer. But I've been a bass player my whole life, so we're basically the same person. We are the
Mom and Dad
backbone.
taught
We
me
are the
drum set.
backbone of any band. I don't care what anybody says.
I was a saxophone player, but now my Amisher went to pot. So last time I tried to play it saxophone, my lips almost ripped off. It was a terrible decision. I should have played the piano instead.
Piano, if you can play the piano, you can play anything.
Well, my mom made me play the piano for 2 years before they would let me play the saxophone. So I can play like little, I think it's called Little Brown Jug or something. And Twinkle Twinkle in the Mexican hat dance. I did the Mexican hat dance for my recital.
You did not.
I did so.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Oh well.
What did
I was
Nathan
in
say?
first grade.
Oink Master, they are amazing fish. So beautiful. I had a 55-gallon full of them. Unfortunately, lost the entire tank. Was so sad. Now I have to scroll up to see what Oinky was fucking talking about. I still want to be a
read
drummer.
her
Then
thing. The Burchard eye.
oh, Burchard. Yeah. See,
You can read now, but don't remember.
How does somebody lose a 55-gallon fish tank? That's a pretty big tank to lose.
I know. It just can't get up and run away.
So much.
It was there the other day, and now today it's gone. I don't understand what happened. Whip, we said so
Man,
many things.
you're
Wait a
that
minute.
far
That's
behind
way up there. I
already?
read that already. Yeah, you guys are way too chatty. Have you not been to my stream before? I am very slow at this. Singers and guitars get all the chicks, but bass and drums make the band. A freaking men. And yet they change us out like we are freaking exchangeable parts. I don't get it.
Not me.
Well, you only have like what, 4 strings?
Yeah, see there's super different mother this guy right here. You only got 4 strings.
Can't handle those 6 stringers, huh?
You
He only has 5 fingers. What do I do? There's 1 extra string for the finger.
Well, they probably have a cigarette in the other one. 2
Is
of them.
Doc a retired chorus boy or from Broadway? I don't think
I
he is, based on what I've heard so far.
Yep. Retired for sure.
He'd be, if it was, he would probably be like in charge of setup, like painting the background.
Hey, I actually did musical theater in college.
And I bet you're
Oh,
great
you
at
didn't.
setting up background.
Yes, I did. I was the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. I was one of the leads
Well, you're
in
kind of
a
stiff.
Gilbert and Sullivan musical. Ha ha. Ha ha. I was stiff.
I played George Washington once.
It could be taken so many different ways. All right.
That was during the bicentennial.
Yes,
long time
Papa
ago.
Shrimp. Yes.
Yes.
Somebody agreed vehemently with you.
The question was, what do they call someone who hangs around musicians? And my answer was a drummer.
And boss.
I
All right, it's definitely getting late. If
Benofsky.
no, Ross Baltimore said,
Oh.
"Trumpet
Ross.
is God's whisper. We open the pearly gates." And then Rack is the master of ukulele. And Ed, don't you?
Yeah, he gave me one.
Yeah.
You know what? It's upstairs. I don't know how to put the strings on. He gave me all the strings
Dude.
and a machine that makes it.
You know,
tune.
there are guitar centers all
how to do
over
that?
the planet. All over the planet. I bet you can't roll out of your bed without hitting a guitar center. Take it to a freaking guitar center. Have them string it up. I'm just saying.
Closest guitar center to me. They're closed.
Of course, they're closed right now.
Yeah, right. It's 12:14 where you are, or 27, or whatever you are.
It's 34 miles away from me.
Oh no!
It'd take me about 18 hours to walk.
It'd take you how many? It'd take you like 20 minutes to get there. Oh no! Wait, you live in
walking though.
You live in Tennessee, so you have to go like around 18 mountains to get there.
Yeah, I probably have to go 80 miles to get there.
Yeah, right.
But it's probably kind of close to the surgeon I'm going to go to tomorrow. Like,
There
and
you
so
go.
it says 34 miles. It'll take me about an hour and 15 minutes to get there.
How
My
can you
appointment's
tell
at 9.
the
I'm going to
age is
leave at
double?
like,
I don't know.
Ballerina.
I don't know that one
Ooh.
either.
I haven't heard that one before.
Playing a flute. While playing a flute. She wants to be a ballerina while playing a flute at the same time as dancing multitask. Yeah. That's ambitious. We need Whip and Eric to run a stream together just for science. To see how far behind we can get. Vanosky. Hey, buddy.
you know, I've got a beef with GRB.
Why you have a beef with GRB?
I don't have a beef
At the
with
very
GRB.
end of my stream, he said it's not easy being green, and that song went through my head for like 30 minutes.
Hey, this is at Dr. Awesome. We all want videos of you doing theater, dancing, and singing.
This was back in the late 70s. So I don't think there are 70s, early 80s. That was the old time VCR,
Yep,
big old VCR.
I don't even know
cameras.
that they had VCRs back
Yes,
then.
I
they
know.
had VCR
It may have been
cameras.
9mm. It's
I
like 9
remember
millimeter.
Right.
in like 80,
It was 8
85 to
millimeters.
87, you guys remember the giant VCR, like
Yeah.
the full size VCR tape would fit into the thing, and
Yep.
it's like sitting on your shoulder, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna record this." Yeah, man. It was
Yeah, I got a VCR or a video camera I need to throw away that I used to use at my studio.
I
When I
still
used to
have
Benny.
my
make
little
manholes.
Sony digital camera that has 2 megapixel capacity.
how can you
Crazy.
tell if the stage is level?
I know he hasn't said it.
He hasn't said yet.
No, he hasn't come back. You took too
We
long
might
to
find
get
out
to
in
him.
an hour.
Wait a minute. Who did I miss Richard coming in? Who's
No,
Richard?
different Richard.
Got to be different Richard, right? And there's Papa Shrimp answering the question. Because he can't get a word in edgewise because Ed won't shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, sir.
Emotional damage.
Sorry, Ed. You were the easy target. Oinky, yes, that was the awesome. That would be awesome. If y'all could make a trip down here. Nobody wants to go to Florida on purpose. Stop it. I'll keep listening, but going back to sleep over here. Take care, everyone. Mickum, you got to come back for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I got a question for you. Just you got to
Oh my
one
God.
more time.
Oh
Really?
man, that's
Sorry,
terrible.
I'm not that far behind. I'm only like 3 minutes behind. So, Mickum, I got a question for you. VCR player was
after
smaller
Mickum
than
said he
the
was going to
VCR
bed?
camera.
Yeah. Ask the question so he'll stay.
Well, I'll ask when he gets here.
He's
Well,
back.
he just said good.
night,
He's saying
Haley.
good night to everyone.
Well, I'm trying to keep him here.
So new
He
local
said good night to Kalish.
Okay, go back up. He answered.
Yeah, that
he
was
answered
the
the
answer
question.
to the question. How do you
No,
know
he
if the
didn't.
stage is
Where?
level?
No. Rack
Okay,
did.
Bonsai.
I'm here, Whip. He's
Oh.
there.
Go back up to Rack.
Sorry. Mickum, hold on 1 second. 1 second, Whip. Or I'm Whip.
This is how you know if the stage is level.
Anyway. Where?
If
Where?
drool is coming out of both sides of the drummer's mouth.
probably just
wet.
Oh, I get it.
See, otherwise it would just coming out one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
Okay, so ask Mickum
Mickum, if I hadn't stopped you when I did, would you be sleeping by now? Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Mickum.
I'm a dick. I know it. America's Retirement Village, Florida. Yeah, for real. And it sucks down there too. I mean, it's so freaking hot. We go down in December, and it's terrible. But my wife loves it, and so we keep going.
I like Florida.
I would love to. I don't know what that was referring to.
I'm going
That's
again
the GRB.
in May.
When?
So before we leave, before we wrap this up, because I can't even read the time. It is so small.
It is 12:33 for you guys.
33. Okay. So we're probably Ed, when did you leave? When did you quit?
You've been on for an hour, 19 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Oh yeah, we're plenty along on it. So what are we doing coming up? Papa Shrimp. we've been neglecting you, and I would like to make sure that you are fully represented. I'm going to undo this. People in chat, I am reading your comments, but I'm not highlighting them at this moment.
You can
So-
see me.
I can see, right, because I didn't want to block Mr. Shrimp.
So you put
How
back,
do you
you put
get
the
a
chat back
bass
on,
bass
even
player?
though he said he's not going to do it.
I know, I couldn't. Bass players, I couldn't resist. I had to read it. What do you got coming up? Anything coming up? You got anything going on? What do you got happening?
Right now, I'm getting ready for Saturday's expo, and I'm going to be clearing out my tanks.
Back up. What expo?
DFW Aquarium Association Spring Expo.
There you go,
so
people.
It's going to be here in Irving, Texas. I got a vendor's table, and so it's really kind of cool because it's given me an opportunity to kind of clean out my tanks by taking stuff out, separating my shrimp, getting a count of everything, and it's really opened up my eyes to maybe what I'm lacking or what I'm doing good in my aquarium maintenance. So that's kind of a cool benefit to having a vendor's table, is it's making me look at my tanks and my livestock in a different way. So, just to get ready I've been getting ready for this expo now for about a month, as far as cleaning my tanks, separating shrimp and plants. So I'm going to have a lot of video stuff coming up pretty soon, especially about my clown killifish, because I have about 200 clown killifish.
Wow.
And I've noticed that that's the video that always gets watched when I go check my analytics. So I need to do more videos on my clown killifish, because people seem to be pretty interested in that.
It's awesome.
Cool.
You ought to do.
And as far as streaming goes, you got anything going on?
Yeah, I'm
anytime
trying to get
soon?
back into the habit of things. Been dealing with a couple of things personal wise. Today is actually the 5-year anniversary of when my house burned down. So it's kind of been a weird day as far as trying to process all of that.
Yeah, I imagine.
Time really flies.
I can't believe that was 5 years ago.
I know.
Yep. 5 years ago, March 6th, 2020. 1 week before all the COVID restrictions came down and my son and I had to shelter in place, homeless.
It was crazy.
Crazy. Wow. Ed and I are. I'm sorry, Ed. You and I are sharing a brain, and that is not good for you.
It's okay.
But yeah, that's what I got going on, man.
All right. Well,
I'm getting back into it. You'll see
one
more
more time
videos.
one more time with the name of the event that's coming up.
DFW Aquarium Association Spring Expo on Saturday in
I will
Irving.
not be able to say that again. So hopefully you heard that.
Is it just a swap, or is there talks there? Is there, shrimp?
Yeah, it's just basically a swap, and we're
Okay.
also combining it with the reptiles because the organizers have gone to both reptiles and aquatics.
What's the name of the reptile group?
I forget.
But they've been doing this for a couple of years, right?
Yes.
The reptile and the fish. Yeah, because they have been donating money to the research center every year.
Nice.
One of the reptile groups gets together with a fish group, and they have an auction, and they've been sending us money every year. And they're actually in our wall of fame that we have. We have their name up on our donors wall.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Doc, you got anything coming up? Anything going
Tuesday, I leave for Peru for a week. So next Thursday, I'll be if Ed invites me, I will be streaming from Peru.
on? On Tuesday?
On Tuesday, I leave. Yes.
Oh, wait.
And so
You're talking on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
there by Thursday. Yes.
Okay. I'm like, Ed doesn't stream on Tuesday.
I'll be
Boy,
in the airplane
D&D.
Tuesday night.
That's my D&D night.
Yeah, that's D&D. Ed, what you got coming up?
Well, tomorrow night at 7:00, we've got an online draft, which means not online streaming, but online for the Fish Fam. We've got 12 people signed up this year, and they're all people from the Fish Fam that are going to go head to head in baseball for the season. It'll start at 7. It'll probably get done around 8 because it goes fast. And then at 2:30 on Saturday, we've got the auction league where we have 8 people in the league, and I might run it live. If you guys want it live, I mean, you guys can use it as a chat, hangout, and laugh at us. But otherwise, it doesn't matter either way. I'm not monetized right now, so it doesn't hurt my analytics. Yep. But that starts at 2:00. We're going to go through rules, and then the draft. When Scotty gets off work, sorry, baby cat, I just kicked her. When the draft, or he gets off at work at 2:30, so he gets home around 3. We'll start the draft when he gets there,
And Whip,
and that's the weekend.
what do you have going?
What do I have going?
Yeah.
I have this. All my love with you guys. No, I have usually I just have my stream with Ed and I, and sometimes when I remember to include Dr. Anthony and Skip, we do a Saturday show.
Oh, is that going to be ruined this week because
It
of
might
the
be.
baseball?
It won't happen this week because we're going to do baseball. But
Sorry,
normally
Whip.
it's totally fine. You know, you got to make choices, and I would personally rather have fun with Ed than just babble on for an hour and a half or two about nothingness. And then I am also on Thursday night with, again, Doctor and Ed and Skip often. And then we do the Thursday night show with Skip most of the time, but on the nights that he has to work on Friday morning, then if I don't have to work on Friday, then I, like tonight, I just throw up a stream for us to hang out at. So that is my life currently online.
You know what? You're also online
What's
on
the
Tuesdays.
difference between? Oh, we already did.
Yes.
Oh, and Tuesdays, but I'm not always online necessarily. It depends on who's running the show. If it's what is Chris's? Is it Chris Aquazone? Chris Aquazone hosts D&D every Tuesday that he's home. Now he is a very important businessman who is traveling a lot. So often he is not there. And then it's kind of either Xanadu has hosted, Killer Kitty has hosted, even Scotty the Fish Freak has hosted a fill-in D&D. If you like D&D or if you like watching people play D&D, we do a Tuesday night thing as well. So that is up to you guys if you want to have fun doing something like that. But otherwise,
They're making out.
Jerry, what are you playing for music right now? What is in your Rolodex, your headphones?
You have to ask
What
that.
do you? I totally had to ask that because you and I are birds of the same feather. So what do you got going on in your headset right now?
Right now, I've been on a little bit on the darker side of things. So a lot of Lamb of God, a lot of Sepultura, and just some good heavy and my music from my band back in the day. I like, that's kind of where I'm at right now, but it swings all over, man.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I go from listening to John Scofield, because I love Dennis Chambers as a drummer. I love jazz music. So I go from all of that to hairband stuff. Right now, it's just been the Sepultura and Lamb of God kind of.
Lamb of
Just
God was
green.
you know, yeah, God rest his soul. My son's one of his favorite bands, and I never appreciated it back in the day because it's a lot of
Right.
that stuff. When you lose your kid, a lot of times, I listened to it just to hear if there was something in there, I could attach to. So I totally get that. Lamb of God will always have a place right here for me. Doctor, what do you listen to? Anything fun?
Yeah, I mean, I like music. I'm not a fuddy
Yeah,
duddy.
but I know you like music. What are you listening to?
I
The
like
most recent thing I
Beethoven.
listened to was a European import of Sting, his first album that he had
See,
when he
now that's
went
cool.
on his own. It's I bought it a long time ago. You don't find too many European import CDs in the States, and so I converted it over to my computer. So I listen to it sometimes at night when I can't sleep.
There you go. Nice. That is an awesome. And Sting, I mean, that man is a phenomenal talent.
Oh yeah,
Whether you believe, whether you follow that genre or not,
yeah.
that he is an amazing talent. What about you, Ed? What when you plug in a music
Polka.
choice of your?
Well,
Okay.
all over the place because like my favorite musicians range from Billy Joel to Neil Diamond to Rob Zombie, Imagine
But what do you
Dragons,
listen
but
to
I
right
really
now?
like steampunk. I really like
Steampunk.
steampunk music.
I don't even know
That's
what
what I
that
listen
is.
to a lot.
What like
Oh,
is there a band in particular?
man, I like all the bands. I like it. I do steampunk radio on Andor, not Andor. What's the music app that's free? Pandora.
Pandora, yeah.
I listen to
Or
steampunk radio.
what? Even the other one is free. I mean, you can do the what is the other one?
iHeartRadio.
No, the big one. Everybody has it.
XM radio, Sirius.
No, that's like an actual
Pandora
radio.
is the biggest, isn't it?
I don't know.
iHeartRadio, I thought.
I can tell you in a second.
Spotify. Yeah, that's.
See, like
Spotify. Spotify is the
this
other
is
one.
steampunk radio right there.
Woohoo!
I thought you liked
I don't
what's her name?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Frankie?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know any Taylor Swift music.
Gills, I
really
remember
don't,
LimeWire.
man.
I'm not a big
Spotify.
country guy.
Yeah. Alyssa had it, but
LimeWire. That was
what?
in the day. That was
That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
LimeWire.
Yep.
Was it who was it that Metallica went nuts over?
Oh, the first one.
Johnny Cash?
No.
No.
Johnny
Remember
Cash
when
is
they
cool.
and they were like giving their music away, and they're like, "No, we cannot have this."
Napster.
Oh, Napster. Yeah.
Napster, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Hey, WKRP in
Yeah. Oh,
Cincinnati.
GRP. Oh, Lonnie Anderson. She was my first crush.
I like
wasn't Jacqueline.
the girl with glasses, the secretary better.
Oh, you like Bonnie Bailey?
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
Her hair wasn't so big. Lonnie always had big hair.
Yep.
Oh, she had big something.
Yeah.
All right, guys. we are gonna call it a quits here. Call it a quits.
Call
We're
it
an
a quits.
hour and a half in, and that's a half hour further along than I was gonna do. So, anybody got anything last minute suggestions, comments, questions,
You know,
concerns?
there's two guys down here that are the lower two.
Yeah, this guy right here and that guy.
Yeah,
over
and the
there.
other guy next to him. Don't believe them when they say they're going to send you something.
Oh,
Both of you guys.
Okay, I own it. I own it.
Oh, and of course, Debs shows up at the last.
You know,
second.
Gary,
If you
I
pay
completely forgot about it until
If you
you
pay
mentioned
for
it
it,
in the other
I
It's
stream.
been so long.
But if
and
it's
he's
a
been
giveaway
picking on me
thing,
this
you
whole
know, I
time. I'm
might
glad I'm going to
remember.
start mentioning you.
So the birds of the feather down there.
Yeah.
He's the one that taught me.
Yeah, right.
This guy-
You
this
taught
guy
him how to
right
judge
now,
shrimp, and he taught you how to ship things out.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm 3 Ricos behind.
That's right.
I was at least that far along.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. I will see you Saturday, if not before. So, see
Have a
y'all
great
later.
time, you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how long this is going to take.